There exists a book that was hidden for centuries, a text that reveals the true origins of the universe, of the soul, and of humanity. Its name is the Secret Book of John, one of the most powerful treasures of Gnosticism. What is revealed here challenges all known versions of creation and invites us to remember who we truly are. Verse from the Secret Book of John. After the resurrection of the Savior, John withdrew to a deserted place, filled with sorrow. Then a light appeared to him, and from the light emerged a radiant figure who said, "I am the one who is always with you." John, confused and with a restless heart, seeks answers. And it is then that Christ manifests before him, not as a man, but as infinite light, a living knowledge that reveals the mysteries of the beginning of time. Verse from the Secret Book of John. The Father is the invisible source, eternal, silent, and perfect. From him emanated thought, the first light, whom some call Barbelo. The Father is not a God in human form. He is the unmanifested origin, the silence before creation. From his essence arises Barbelo, the Divine Mother, the first manifestation of his thought. She is wisdom, the feminine principle of creation. Verse from the Secret Book of John. His thought arose, appearing before him in the radiance of his light. She is the first power, the glory, Barbelo, the perfect aeon, the image of the invisible spirit. Barbelo represents the first thought, the divine feminine wisdom, the mirror of the invisible Father, the womb of all creation. If this message resonates with you, subscribe now and join us in the revelation of hidden texts that transform consciousness. Your soul may remember its origin. Verse from the Secret Book of John. The Archons trapped the soul in bodies of flesh and gave it a false light to keep it asleep. The human soul, a spark of the original light, was imprisoned in the physical body. The Archons control the senses, the emotions, and forgetfulness. But within every soul lies a spark that never dies. The Gnostic Christ comes to remind us of that spark and guide it back to the Father. Verse from the Secret Book of John. They cast humanity into forgetfulness. They made it drink from the waters of oblivion, so that it would not remember where it came from. Thus begins the prison of matter. The soul, trapped in ignorance, forgets its celestial origin. Verse from the Secret Book of John. But I am the remembrance of the fullness. I entered into their prison and said, Whoever has ears to hear, rise from your deep sleep. Christ descends into the world not to die, but to awaken the sleeping souls with gnosis, inner knowledge. Verse from the Secret Book of John. He who hears the voice of truth will awaken from the dream, and his soul will return to the place from which it came. True awakening does not happen outside, but within. It is when we remember our divine origin and cease to identify with the illusion. Verse from the Secret Book of John. And they shall be received into the light, blessed with the eternal glory of the Father. For they have known themselves, and they have known the one who truly is theirs. True salvation is self-knowledge. To know oneself is to know the Father, and to return to the source. Christ did not come to found a religion. He came to free us from the deception of the Archons, from the world of shadows. The path of the soul is the return to the source. The Secret Book of John reminds us that we are eternal, that the soul never dies. It only forgets, that within each of us shines the spark of the invisible Father, and that gnosis, inner knowledge, is the key that leads us back to the light. If this message awakened something within you, subscribe and join us on the journey back to the origin. Because to remember is to awaken.